All right, let's dive right in. We are about to unpack one of the biggest and honestly one of the smartest trade opportunities on the planet right now. We're talking about the huge agricultural connection between Brazil and Bangladesh. And to kick things off, let's just start with a number that really sets the stage. Take a good look at this number, $15.06 billion. I mean, that is a massive figure. And it represents a huge yearly reality that every smart business leader really needs to wrap their head around. So, what is it? That's how much Bangladesh spent on agricultural imports just in 2024. Now, for the country, yeah, that's a huge expense. But for you, as an importer, a manufacturer, an investor, that's not a cost. That's a signal. It's a flashing green light showing you where the massive, consistent demand is. It's a challenge just waiting for someone to turn it into a profitable long-term business. And that, of course, brings us to the million-dollar, or I guess the $15 billion question. When you have a market this hungry, where on earth do you find a partner who can deliver the sheer scale, the reliability, and the competitive prices you need to actually succeed? Well, the answer is about halfway around the world. Let's talk about Brazil. But I don't want you to think of them as just another supplier. Think of them as the strategic partner that is practically tailor-made to meet Bangladesh's needs. And to really understand the scale we're talking about, look at this. $164 billion. That's what Brazil's agribusiness exports were worth in 2024. See, this isn't just a country that farms a bit. This is a global agricultural superpower, and it has the experience and the logistics to prove it. And this is where it all just clicks into place, right? It's like two perfect puzzle pieces. On one side, you've got Bangladesh with this relentless, nonstop demand from its factories and its people, and on the other side, you have Brazil's massive production and export machine ready to go. It's a perfect case of supply meeting demand on a global scale. Okay, so we've established the why. It's a huge opportunity. Now, let's get into the really interesting part, the what. What specific products offer the biggest and best profit opportunities for importers in Bangladesh? We can really break it down into three main buckets. First, you've got your industrial inputs. These are the raw materials that fuel Bangladesh's manufacturing engine. Second, you have food and refining products for that huge and growing consumer market. And third, animal feed, which is absolutely crucial for supporting the country's protein economy. Let's start with raw cotton. And you've got to understand, this isn't just any commodity. This is the strategic lifeblood of Bangladesh's #1 export, ready-made garments. Brazilian cotton is already a top choice for the country's textile mills, which means this is a super reliable, high-volume trade to get into. Next up, soybeans. Now this is a really clever one. Why? Because you can think of it as a 2-for-1 profit stream. You import one single product, soybeans, and when it gets crushed, you end up with two completely different, high-demand products, cooking oil for people and soybean meal for animal feed. It's incredibly efficient. And another absolute cornerstone of this trade route is raw sugar. This is already one of the biggest things flowing from Brazil to Bangladesh. It feeds a massive demand from industrial refineries, from food companies, and of course, from millions of everyday households. But hey, the opportunities don't just stop with those big three. The list goes on and on. You've got corn for animal feed, and you're even seeing growth in niche areas like coffee and orange juice for the beverage industry. The range of potential imports is just incredibly diverse. Okay, seeing the opportunity is one thing, but actually executing it successfully? That's a whole other ballgame. So let's lay out a simple, practical roadmap to help you make your import business a real success. Now, the most important thing to remember here is that being profitable isn't just about buying cheap. It's about controlling your risk. Every step here is designed to do that. For instance, step 4, getting your compliance and certifications sorted out early can save you from massive, costly delays at customs. And step 5, optimizing your logistics, trust me, that's often where you either make or lose your entire profit margin. So, trying to navigate this whole process, especially from thousands of miles away, can feel, well, a bit intimidating. But here's the good news. You don't have to do it by yourself. There's an organization that was literally built to connect the dots for you. Meet the Brazil-Bangladesh Chamber of Commerce and Industry, or the BBCII. Its entire reason for being is to act as that vital link between the two countries. Think of it as your guide, your matchmaker, your bridge to Brazil. It's the central hub for making trade happen. So what does this actually mean for your business? Well, becoming a member is like getting a trade toolkit. It gives you instant access to a network of trusted Brazilian exporters, which immediately lowers your risk. It gives you credibility when you're negotiating, it sets you up with structured introductions, and it keeps you in the loop with exclusive events. It's all about turning the unknown into a professional, well-managed process.
At the end of the day, what we've talked about here is about so much more than just a single shipment. It's about building a powerful, lasting bridge. It's about how you can turn distance into dependable trade and commodity sourcing into sustainable profitability. The real question isn't whether this opportunity is real. It is. The only question left is, how are you going to seize it?